Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Driven Wyld. Today we are talking about I just did the weirdest order on UberEats and got tip baited. Here's what happened. So as I am building my business, I am still doing my own work as a gig worker and making sure I am staying on the cutting edge of what's happening in the gig economy. That said, the other day I did a delivery for UberEats and the strangest thing happened, and I don't really know how else to explain it until I started writing out this script. As I was scripting this out and recollecting all of the events that took place, some thoughts came to my mind and I wanted to make sure that was displayed as well. So with that said, we are talking about everything that took place during this order, what they are saying versus how it actually is, and everything in between. But before I do that, let's go over a quick disclaimer. The content of this video does not contain, is never intended to be, legal, business, financial, tax, or health advice of any kind. This video is for entertainment purposes only. It is advised that you conduct your own research and consult qualified professionals before applying anything you find online. I also want to be clear that everything that we're going to be going over is very market to market and case by case, and what applies to me in my market may not apply to you. So with that said, let's get started. The order itself. So the other day, after completing a delivery on Walmart Spark, I got an order on Uber Eats for Alberte's Restaurant, which is a place I pick up from every now and then without a major issue. It didn't surprise me that I got this order. What did surprise me is that it wasn't a full pickup. You see, they marked this order as a large order, which in the eyes of Uber, I only pick up part of the order, and another driver would pick up the other part of the order and deliver it to the customer. This made no sense to me, but it was a $12.20 order, so I wasn't really thinking that deeply into it. But now that I think about it, I had my vehicle registered. It's a Toyota RAV4. I had bags all registered. I keep 8 catering bags, 4 totes, and 2 pizza bags in my car at all times, and that's the minimum. All of this is logged within Uber's system, so why would they do this? Was the order really that big? Nope, it was just 1 plastic bag's worth of items. What nonsense. The other half of the order was just 6 bottles of soda. Not even 2-liter bottles, like the 20-ounce bottles. They're just specialty ones. I head to my customer's location, drop off the order, and explain the situation to him why he didn't get the full order from me. Because the customer should have the right to know what's going on, right? After that, I just left. The strangest tip bait. As I'm working on a few things for my business and some things for my friends, I noticed something peculiar about the order I had just done. First off, I was tip baited, but not in the standard way of how tip baiting would go. In fact, it almost feels like it was by design from the platform. You see, normally when someone tip baits, it is either to a random number or just a clear 0. It rarely resembles any kind of pattern that makes sense. This time, I noticed how the tip isn't a full payout, but is literally half of what it was before. I received $4.33 and the tip was reduced by $4.33. Now, could this be by the customer's design? Sure. But what if it was? What if the order was distributed to 2 drivers, displayed as $12.20 to each of them to get the order delivered, and then later on they split that same tip, that 1 payout, between 2 drivers, or didn't split it at all and just lied about it? Meaning they tip fronted and the customer would have tipped more, and then dropped it later, claiming the customer did it. The customer support teams wouldn't know the difference, so they would be committed to see that they make sure they don't give me the full payout as well when I inevitably called them back. That said, I didn't call them about it. They gave me the same scripted answers. I asked for a supervisor. They gave me the $4.33 almost immediately. I did say I was recording on the line, and I did have my equipment ready to go on that, but I never pressed record because I'm an idiot. Final thoughts. It's interesting to see the different approaches that are being taken for fulfilling deliveries without increasing pay, while at the same time making them more enticing to drivers. I will say this as well. If it was $7.87 as displayed for that order and not $12.20, I would have declined. I would not have approached that kind of order under normal circumstances. Some may argue they would have declined the $12.20 anyway because it was 8 miles worth of driving and it was barely an acceptable ratio, but I honestly thought it was okay. Regardless, if this was the customer, it was a dick move, which is why you should always maintain a diverse gig portfolio and develop an exit strategy. The gig economy is an income bridge to what would be a long-term goal, not simply the goal. Why should your income be dependent on just one company that consistently pulls shady shit like this? This is something I consistently talk about in the Driven Wyld Discord server. The Driven Wyld Discord community is exclusive for gig workers looking to expand their knowledge and expertise in their self-employment and entrepreneurial journeys. I partnered with high-level professionals to bring you some of the most exclusive benefits based on your personal needs as a gig worker. Exclusive professional opportunities and gig postings. More live streams with high-level professionals in our industry. Educational systems designed to help you build your own delivery service provider as well as other scalable opportunities. Driven Wyld is also kicking off its Build Your Own Delivery Service Provider course, and we are changing the game and transforming how businesses serve customers and how gig workers get greater opportunities. So whether you're a gig worker looking for more opportunities to earn or an exit strategy, because the gig economy is an income bridge to what would be a long-term goal and not simply the goal, and you would like to see something with growth potential and scalability, there is something here for you. Check the link in the description and get started on making the most amount of money in the least amount of time and in the safest possible way. We are excited and looking forward to helping you secure your financial future. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. As always, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys next time.